I get them in the evening too. I get the blues in the morning. How about you? I get that lonely, lonely feeling they call the New London Blues. I get the lonely, lonely feeling they call the New London Blues.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to LOT. I'm Eric, and I've got Dennis with me tonight. And I have to admit, I have missed doing my own show, which was on Tuesdays. And
Jeez, it's only been 1 week.
I know, 1 week, but I missed it because there's too many things that keep happening. And Dennis is the same thing. So, but it's the hiatus and for the summer, and I guess we really do need it. There are things going on. This is LOT, but we're going to bring up some national stuff as well, because there's just it can affect locally, and it can affect in the state as well, which we'll go in a bit. I'm going to make I've got a packet here that I really want to go through, and it's about it's not about New London, but it's about the United States. And
wait, you want to tell them about LOT?
It's, the picnic.
No, not, well, that too, but the fact of what LOT, as far as our meetings. And
Well, yeah, the meetings in LOT, there's only one meeting this month in LOT. Okay, so there is no meeting for LOT this coming Wednesday. And that would have been, I've got to remember what today's the 10th.
I think it was last.
Oh, it was last, it would have been
last Wednesday.
8. Yeah, this past Wednesday. So the next meeting for LOT is the 22nd. I think it is. The 22nd. And it's at the Senior Center at 7 o'clock. And for everybody out there, bring your friends, join us, bring your ideas. There's a lot going on in New London that people don't know about, and they should know about. This is a chance for you to be educated in New London about what is going on and why New London continues to have problems. There are both sides of New London, because City Flats in New London, apparently that's going very well from Tony Silvestri downtown. We have Sailfest coming up this weekend. It started today. And for everybody who is out there, I don't even know what number Sailfest is. It's like 37 or something like that? 37 years or something like that? Whatever. 27? 38. Oh, I was close. Thanks, Mary Jane. We have, how are we going to get her on here? I mean, she has all the information.
You got to make a really bad mistake.
We don't need this. I mean, come on.
You got to knock over the sign or knock over a camera.
God, I love this
A couple other things about LOT, though. For all you folks out there, LOT does have a web page. You can go to LOT, looking out for taxpayers. You'll find stuff in there that some of us will writing about things that are happening, or things that are coming up that we think you should know about. Also, I think you can also write a comment in there yourself on something if you can't make it to a meeting. And also on YouTube, these shows, which LOT is one of them, Eric's show was one of them, in my opinion, my show, Talk, and the Ladies of LOT are on YouTube now. And if you want to check any of the shows out, just go to Tales from New London. I think it's gmail.com, something like that. Okay. But you'll find it. I'm not real computer literate, so all I know is it's called Tales from New London.
Tales from New London.
Yeah, and it's something new we started, and it seems to be going okay. It takes a while.
Tales from New London. Okay. The one thing I wanted to bring up, and just to start, because I received this, and it was just interesting, because 69 years, I think it was 69 years, whatever. Mary Jane can let me know about this too. Amazing, 69 years later. The 5 statements at the end say it all. What happened to the radiation that's supposed to last thousands of years? Hiroshima, 1945, so actually it's 70 years now. It showed, and if anybody wants this, they can email me at parnese@gmail.com. I will send you these pictures, because everybody remembers Hiroshima and Nagasaki, or you should, and the kids today who don't know anything about World War II, you really should know this.
Well, they probably don't teach it in school anymore.
And they really should, because this is the problem in our schools. They're rewriting history, and it's just wrong. Well, Hiroshima was bombed and Nagasaki was bombed. We all know that Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed.
One bomb. Each place was hit with
one bomb, yeah. But they weren't just one bomb together, it was two bombs. So,
but they weren't regular bombs.
Right, they were nuclear bombs, A-bombs. And they were destroyed in August 1945 after the explosion of atomic bombs. However, we know very little about the progress made by the people of that land during the past 70 years. Now, if you go on to some of the pictures at Hiroshima 70 years later, you will see a thriving, gorgeous city.
Oh, I know. I've seen these
You've seen those.
before.
Oh, I sent them to you. Yeah, that's right. And this was all done. It's just unbelievable. The nightlife, the day life, this was all done on the backs of the Japanese people. And they did this quickly. Then they went on to show Detroit. Detroit is in the United States, people. It's not in Japan. 70 years later. And it showed, so this is after Hiroshima, so Detroit, it shows a city crumbling and destroyed and decrepit. You can think of a lot of different cities in the United States over the past 70 years that are just totally destroyed. What has caused more long-term destruction? The A-bomb or government welfare programs created to buy the votes of those who want someone to take care of them. Japan does not have a welfare system. Work for it or do without. Why not? These are possibly the 5 best statements you'll ever read and all applicable to this social experiment. You cannot legislate the poor into prosperity by legislating the wealthy out of prosperity. 2, what one person receives without working for, another person must work for without receiving. 3, the government cannot give to anybody anything that the government does not first take from somebody else. The government cannot give to anybody anything that the government does not first take from somebody else. 4, you cannot multiply wealth by dividing it. 5, when half of the people get the idea that they do not have to work because the other half is going to take care of them, and when the other half gets the idea that it does no good to work because somebody else is going to get what they work for, that's the beginning of the end of any nation. Now, if you think about this, Margaret Thatcher, who was the Prime Minister of Britain, and she said, social entitlements are great until you take away from all the people who are working. Then you have nobody working for anything, and it's going to destroy. And if you can think of many countries. Look at Greece now. So, and it's happening in Puerto Rico.
What was number 3 again?
Number 3. The government cannot give to anybody anything that the government does not first take from somebody else.
Okay, now what you got to realize about that statement, it's a very true statement on a lot of things. But the one thing the one group the government is not taken from is their own.
That's true.
They're not taking money from senators. They're not taking money from congressmen. They sure as hell ain't taking money from Hillary Clinton and her whole crew. They're not taking money from Obama. They're not taking money from anybody except the middle class of all races that are working their asses off to survive and to get ahead and to put their kids through school so that they can have a better life than what they have. Those are the people they're taking the money from to help the people.
Right.
That, now, we've said before, there's people out there that really deserve help. And the people that usually really deserve help are the people that don't want to be there.
Right.
But you have a large group of people that want to be there. And I don't care who's going to call and say nobody wants to be there. That is not true. You know it, you see it. You see it in a lot of people. You see it in people coming to this country. They're only coming here because it's something for free. But, and that didn't mean I said everybody either, so don't call me Donald Trump. There's people who come here because they're really looking for something better for their families. And I respect them people. I would do the same thing if I was in their shoes.
If they came here legally.
Legally, and even so much,
Legally.
even though they come here not legally, and that's wrong, but if you get desperate enough, and your family's certain, and you need to take care of your family, you're going to do what you have to do other than robbing or killing somebody. So they're choosing to come here and try to make a little bit of money to get it back home to take care of their families. Some of them. And then you have the group of people that come here for all the wrong reasons. And those are the people that this country has to try to clean up. Now, you talked about Detroit. I've been saying, I don't know how long, about the police department in this city. Why can't we get cops from other cities to come here? You mean to tell me in Detroit, how many cops are probably out of work? Probably quite a few. How many of them just want to get out of there and have nowhere to go? You mean to tell me if we sent some people from our city to Detroit to talk with some of these policemen that are either want to get out because of the situation they're in there, because of what their city's like now, or that are been laid off and went there and worked out some kind of deal to get cops to come here, even though they would still have to be trained somewhat, but not as much as training a brand new officer.
A brand new one, that's right, they know.
They always tell me when I bring this up, oh, well, we can't get anybody. I don't even think they're trying.
No, well, I think, don't we have 2 people coming soon?
Well, we supposedly have
trained?
2 in the academy that
Right.
should be close to graduating, and then we just got 2 more.
Now, on Lee Elsie's show, they were talking about sanctuary cities with the welfare people and everything. Well, we need these people to, he said in the sense that those people are coming from other countries. They're taking the low jobs that the people in our country don't want. Well, I think that we could make laws that they were talking about. If you come here illegally and you get caught, 5 years. If you come and you get sent back over the border, you come again. That was Bill O'Reilly.
If you come over here and you commit some kind of a crime,
No,
you get 5 years?
no.
Just getting 5 years for walking across the border?
It's illegal.
I know, but 5 years?
So-
We don't even send
Well,
rapists to jails for 5
Well,
years.
but the point is to stop the flow of illegals coming here. So we have a large population of welfare people in this country.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
And there are jobs out there, but because they're the ones who are not so proud that they need work, and if I was laid off, I would take anything just I don't want to be on welfare. I don't want to take government handouts, and I never have. Hopefully, I never will. And I have been out of work. When I first started out of college, I couldn't find a job for anything. I had to move in order to find a job, and that happened to me twice.
Well, that's the trend in
Now,
Connecticut.
I mean, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky that. But I would have picked cotton. I would have picked grapes. I would have do anything. The people on welfare should be forced. You want welfare money? Fine, but you have to go show that you're getting work and doing work. Now, go back a little. This is not. There are people out there, like you said, who are willing. I'm talking about people who don't want to work. They'd rather have their hands out. If you don't teach a man to fish, he won't eat, right? You can't just hand him food to eat. You have to teach him how to fish in order so he can
You have to
eat for the
teach
rest
him
of
how to take care of
Right.
himself.
This is,
You know,
maybe they'd have a little bit more pride, Dennis.
There was something that came out a while back. I don't know if Andy Lockwood's was his idea or someone else's. I remember I picked up on it. And what it was that people that are on welfare, what you do is you take half their money and you go to big businesses, people that with jobs that could create a job,
Okay.
and you say to them, look, you're going to get half your welfare. The other half is going to go to this company to employ you. It's going to help that company offset what it's going to cost to employ you. After a period of time, you may be able to get hired by that company. But the company's also going to pay you too. So you're not just getting half your money.
That's
the
right.
other half you're going to get from the company you're working for. So it gets you back out there working.
Right.
It gives a company an incentive to hire you. And in the long run, it may turn out to where you become a valuable enough employee where they want to hire you full time.
Right.
So this, I don't know if this was a bill or what. I remember this. It's always stuck in my head. Those are the kind of ideas we need.
Yeah.
You know, and as far as people not wanting to do those kind of jobs, that is true to a sense. But when you're sitting home and you're making, I'm just going to pull a figure out of the air. You're making $800 a month. It's probably a lot more than that when you're on welfare or some kind of assistance. But let's say $800 a month. And this job, picking grapes or whatever it is, picking potatoes, you're only making $600 a month. What are you going to do? With the welfare part of it, not only are you getting $800 a month, but you're also getting some kind of insurance for you and your family, if it's a family situation.
Yeah.
Making $600 a month picking potatoes, that's all you're going to get. So the incentive is not there for people to go do them jobs.
Well,
and
see-
I'm hearing a bird.
There's also an incentive, it should be a reverse situation too, that the welfare money should not be so good. Instead of getting $800, we're going to pay you $400 because you can go out and make $600.
Yeah, but some of these people have kids, and
I
it
understand.
goes
They
up
get
and
food
up.
stamps, they
I
get
mean,
it.
there's people making $1,500, $2,000
and it's
a month.
wrong. It's wrong because there are people in the supermarkets standing in line and watching people giving their food card, their
Debit.
food, whatever that card is, and they've got better food in their baskets than some people can afford.
Yeah.
Then you look at what they're wearing. They've got the $100 sneakers. They've got the iPads. They got the iPhones. They have all the electronics. That's more important than putting food on the table. And that's just not right. And there are a lot of people who are looking at this like, I'm busting my tail, and these people are not doing anything.
It's kind of tough to feel sorry for some people in that situation. But
I mean, that's why I think that there should be special supermarkets for these for people who are on perpetual welfare.
they could,
And,
you know,
and you're only allowed to buy
would-
certain things.
You would think in this day and age with what they can do with a card,
Yeah.
that they could program that card that it would not accept certain items. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when
but
you go,
then the other thing is they can go like, I've got this card and I need to get some other stuff, but hey, I have a deal for you. If you will give me some money, tell me what you want at the supermarket. I'll get these. I'm allowed this stuff. Would you like to get this stuff? I'll buy it for you, but you give me the cash so I can buy the
there's
other stuff.
there's no way to around that. That's going to happen.
I know.
You know.
I know.
But speaking of jobs, I was at Stop and Shop a little while back, and I was going through the self-checkout thing, and I hate that self-checkout thing with a passion. But you go there, and they got one register open, and then the other one's 12 items or less, and I got 30 items in my cart.
So
And the line's long at the other register, so I said, oh, the hell with it. I
what
gotta
time
get
did you
out of
go
here.
in?
It was probably in the morning. So anyways, I go there, and every time I use that friggin' thing, something goes wrong. Friggin' light goes off, the machine says, this stop, get help, da-da-da. Every time. There isn't a time I've gone through that damn thing that something hasn't
I
caused
don't
me.
have-
So now I'm complaining and bitching, you know, and I'm in one of those cranky moods, so, you know, I'm not really caring who's hearing me. And so the lady in back of me who's running the register, the only line open, says, I can help you in a second, sir. I said, thank you. So she comes over and she helped me. I said, you know, I don't understand this place. I said, they can't have more registers than this open? They can't get anybody to do this? She goes, actually, we can't. I said, what are you talking about? She says, we have 6 departments that are looking for help, and we can't find anybody to fill it. I said, get out of here. She goes, I'm serious.
So you filled out an application?
No. But I'm walking out here thinking to myself, are you kidding me?
It's amazing.
So what's that? I mean, Stop and Shop is a pretty good place to work.
Yeah.
I mean, money-wise, I don't know what it is, personally-wise, what it's like working there, but it's decent
I worked
money.
there when I was in college.
So folks out there, if you're looking for a job and you can't go down there with your pants hanging off your ass either, you got to go there looking presentable. Go there if you need a job bad enough and put in an app.
Get a little pride in yourselves and stuff like that. Now, back to sanctuary cities. This whole situation about San Francisco and the murder of this...
just San Francisco.
I know, but the murder of this beautiful young woman because of this piece of dirt, illegal, who has been deported 5 times, and then the sheriff from San Francisco, who was a criminal himself at one time.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And I hope he loses his job. I really do. Because
Not just him, isn't it? The mayor,
there's a
too?
lot of things. The mayor, it's not a city council, they call it. I don't know what they call it. I can't remember. But I'm going to tell you exactly right what. If that was my daughter, I would have bought a gun. I would have gone to the police station. I would tell them, please give me 2 minutes.
And you would have got arrested for
I
carrying
said,
a firearm.
you can arrest me. You can do whatever you want. I guarantee you there wouldn't be one person in this country in their right mind who would convict me. They would, because this person...
You would be convicted. Don't for a minute think you wouldn't. You would be convicted of something. Because if they didn't convict you, then other people would be out there doing the same thing. So they're not going to let you get away with it.
What people are tired, the vigilanteism, I understand that. But people in this country are tired of these criminals. Not all illegals are criminals. I understand that. But there are a lot of them, because right after San Francisco happened, there was a woman and a 3-year-old, and I think it was a 3-year-old child in Washington State who were killed by an illegal.
Now, another thing with this story is ICE had requested that before they let anybody out of prison, that they be notified so they could come down and check them out to see if they need to deport them. And in this case, they were going to deport this guy.
Yeah.
But that city chose not to honor
a
law in the United States.
Who do you think governs over that city?
In this country, the federal government has not legally recognized any sanctuary cities. So they're all breaking the law.
They're all breaking the law.
But they look the other way,
Yeah.
especially this administration. Now,
however,
there's a lot of weird things about this case, though. I mean, the fact that he's strolling along and he sees a shirt on a bench, he picks it up, there's a gun in it, and he says it went off, but they'll figure all that out. But the fact is, why would there be a gun in a shirt sitting on a bench? And second of all, the gun was from stolen from a federal agent just a couple days before.
No, not a couple of days.
How long ago?
A month. He reported it.
A month?
He reported it stolen.
That's odd to me. But that's a conspiracy thing.
Well, yeah, it could be. It could be. However, the big thing about this is that there are some people in Washington who are trying to write laws, as we speak, to take money away from sanctuary cities. Now, the reason I'm saying this because we have 2 sanctuary cities in Connecticut, New Haven and Bridgeport. Now,
We almost had a third.
Yeah, New London.
Yes.
I
Our
would
mayor
This
wanted this to be a sanctuary
This
city.
is another reason why we cannot reelect this.
You know why
this
they
guy.
want sanctuary cities? Because for the Democrats, it's votes.
It is, but we've got to get rid of this. We've got to get laws. We are the only country in the world that has open borders.
Eric, we got laws. That's the terrible thing about that. We have laws.
And then we've got Nancy Pelosi, who's a congresswoman from San Francisco.
And what's the other one's name? Boxer?
Dianne Feinstein? She's from somewhere else in California.
Yeah, but isn't there a Boxer? Somebody Boxer?
Oh, Barbara Boxer.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is, now they're coming out and saying, you know, we need to do this. They should have already done that.
But that's because Pelosi is worth billions, and people like her out there because they give everything out there. This is why it has to stop.
You know, I was doing some research on the sanctuary cities thing, and I was doing a little research on. I went to the Hartford News thing, and they were talking about this. Could this have happened in Connecticut? And they say in Connecticut, this man would have been picked up by immigrations and custom enforcement officers only if he had a violent felony in his background or a court order in the case. So in this case like this, with his felony background and stuff, they would have turned him over. And you know another thing about this that really bothers me is, first of all, Obama hasn't said anything about this.
That's the other problem.
He hasn't sent anybody.
If this was a black person, he would have opened his mouth.
And it would have been for somebody that is a criminal in themselves.
Remind me to go through more of this. Good evening, you're on. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Eric and Dennis.
Hi.
Hi.
I just had a comment. I know I'm a little late with this, and you're on to another subject, but my comment is concerning the people that are on welfare. Most of those people can't pass a drug test. I know they won't. Number two, most of these people can't get a job because they can't pass a drug test.
Good point.
So what is your, you know what the answer is? You have an answer, don't you?
Well, the answer is anybody on drugs shouldn't be on welfare. They should have drug testing.
Bingo.
But then what are you going to get? Is the state going to come up with a new program for people that tested positive, that are on welfare, that have children? And
that's the catcher.
And then we got to come up with more money for programs?
Well, the answer for that is, this is what you're going to do. We are going to, as a state, we are going to put you over in this area here, which has work. And you're going to, if it's farm work, if it's whatever the kind of work it is, you will do this. You don't do this,
Christ,
you don't get any money, and it's going to hurt your family.
As great as that sounds, that is never going to fly.
That's the problem. In the end, it's going to hurt the children.
That's the whole.
I know.
That's the biggest problem.
Somehow
right
we've got to change this around.
Let me tell you something. When I was, and I haven't told many people this, but when I was a kid, I grew up in New London from the time I was born to 9 years old. I lived in a situation to where I lived in probably the worst slums that you could possibly live in New London at the time. And my family background wasn't that great. And the state came in because they saw how we were being brought up, and they took us away and they put us in a foster home. All right, so, and that had to do with alcohol. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But the point is, the state had no problem coming in a situation where it was detrimental to the children and the family, and taking them and putting them in a home that would help them. But we've gotten away from that.
Right.
And maybe we should look at that again.
Maybe
when you have a mother on welfare that is a drug addict and she isn't changing, it isn't helping them kids. Maybe it's time to look at that and maybe try to find a foster home for that kid or kids.
What do you think,
Now, I'm
Paul?
really going to get in trouble.
And I'll tell you something else, Dennis. Most of these people that are on drugs, that are on welfare, are selling their food stamps.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt it.
$100 worth of food stamps, they sell them for $100 to somebody else, and they walk in the store with somebody else, and they let them pick out all the groceries, and they swipe the card. And when they get outside, they get their $100 for the $200, and then they take the $100 and go buy crack with it, or whatever it is that they like.
How about this one, caller? Police raid homes in New London, Norwich in connection with drug trafficking ring. So you're probably right.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the answer is, but
Thank you,
I
caller.
know for a fact that they do this.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I say drug test them, and I say, if they can't support the children and get a job, well, I mean, either that or they're going to have to find these people on drugs jobs. while they're on drugs.
Well, you know what? You know what they should do maybe is the people that fail the drug test that are on assistance, put them out in those farms in the heat, picking potatoes or whatever else there is. I bet you 2 weeks of being out of that heat, their withdrawals would be over.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller. All right, call us back again. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Good evening, you're on Lot. Thanks for holding.
Hi, guys. Good to see you.
How we doing?
I want to give you a live update. I was just down on Bank Street with my son, and it's a very family-oriented crowd right now. There's a lot of people walking on the piers and trying to be positive about, New London, and this is a special weekend. A lot of people make a lot of money. I have 2 questions I want to ask, and I'll listen to your response. Monday night, they had a meeting with the city council and the mayor about a noise ordinance on the weekend that after 11 o'clock, you couldn't have live music because it disrupts the neighbors. And most of those downtown businesses, their crowds come in at 10 and they stay until 1, and that's where they make their dough. And one particular guy, he showed me his tax bill from the city of New London that owns a restaurant, $22,000. And now they're trying to take 2 hours out of his livelihood Friday and Saturday night in the summertime and expect him to meet those kind of obligations.
Did
I want to hear your reaction to that, but I'm going to hang up.
No, I want to ask you a question.
No,
I want to
don't
ask
hang
you a
up.
question. What was the result of that meeting? Did they come to any conclusion?
No, you know what, Dennis, that's an excellent question, because there was nothing in the following day, as far as any gender or feelings, and, I think it's horrible that, a few people that live downtown can dictate. It's an urban environment, so you have to accept that. The train goes by and blows the whistle. They're going to call Amtrak if they stop blowing the whistle after midnight. It's ridiculous.
Caller, isn't the law during the week until 11, and then it's on the weekends it's like 1 or 2 o'clock?
I think during the week it's like 12:30, and on the weekends it could be like
Eric, you're
1:30,
exactly right.
2 o'clock, something like that.
Well, now they're trying to take the Saturday and Friday night time back to 11 o'clock.
Well, it's not
See-
going to happen this
see, this
weekend.
is-
We know that.
This is the thing with this.
Let's see how they're going to deal with it.
This is how I feel about this caller. Most of these people that are complaining now have recently moved in downtown to these apartments. You got a lot of young people that moved into these apartments. Some of them probably moved down there for the nightlife. You have
And
college
that's why they
students
did
living
move
down
down
there.
there.
Okay, but this is the thing. You knew what you were getting when you moved down there. You knew. If you didn't know, well then
Shame on you.
Shame on you. It's like somebody that moves next to an airport and then all of a sudden they don't want planes flying over them. It's too friggin' bad. You knew the deal. These people, like this caller is saying, need to make a living. That's how they make their living. That's the nightlife down there.
Now, if they want to lose a lot more businesses in New London, then they'll put an ordinance till 11
For some of
o'clock,
these-
and I guarantee a lot of these businesses will leave.
For some
Or
of
the
these-
businesses will get together again, go in front of the city council and saying, you will not do this, or you're going to end up with empty stores again, and they will back down.
A lot of these stores downtown, this is when they make their most money.
That's
This
right.
is what carries some of them through the winter.
Summer,
Or
you're
you
right.
would have nothing down there
That's
in the
right.
winter.
And that's why I prefaced my comments with the fact that there was a lot of families downtown, and they were walking around and during the beautiful day, and spending money and the vendors and stuff. But to own a business on Main Street, you have to pay $200 to the city. So some vendor can't set up his tent in front of your walk-up and sell, whatever they're going to sell, and keep those people from coming into your place. That's ridiculous.
I know. I wish more people, and you cannot stop these people from coming. You want them to come into town, but I wish they would be more aware to go into the shops and do business in the shops than to have to deal with the people that come and set up. I'm not saying take away all the business to the people that set up, I understand that. But a lot of that stuff, and I've set up once before, and I will never set up again, it's too expensive. But the people that come in and set up, if you go up and down those streets and not taking away from the prime ones, there's a lot of junk that they're selling, and people know it. I would prefer to do business with the local stores because they're the ones who are paying the tax bill.
Well, one way around that, well, then
Can't get around it.
Well, no, because I was going to say, if you own a business down there and you put something out in front of your store, first of all, I don't think you should have to pay as much as a vendor coming from out of town. But if you put something out there, then you alleviated the problem of somebody else putting a vending setup
Possibly,
there.
you're right. But
So-
now the other, a little known fact. If you go down, if whoever is listening out there and you're going to go down to SailFest this weekend, bring your own drinks, or don't pay the $2 for a bottle of water or a Coke. Go into the local shops and you'll get it for $1.
Got another call.
So thank you very much, caller.
All right, guys.
Take care.
Later.
Good evening, you're on.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
who's this?
Hey,
How you doing? You're
I'm
late.
doing great.
You're late.
Well, I was talking on the phone. Surprise, surprise. The meeting Monday night that the gentleman was talking about was a public hearing. That's why there was no response.
Oh,
Well, they didn't have public comment?
No.
no,
I thought I saw public comment on the sheet.
Now,
That's the
I'm
that was the-
looking at it, Dennis.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I just thought I
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, no.
Don't get
pulled it up. I
snippy.
got it
you know
right.
why? That was a first Monday. No, okay.
No, that was also, did you go, Karen?
Yes, of course.
What did, the Charter Review Board, they met too, right?
Charter review is the 14th.
Oh, I thought I saw something on there.
Oh, okay, that's right, okay. Hey, Karen,
Yeah.
how many tickets did they give you at Mohegan to go upstairs to see the fireworks?
I don't go upstairs.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
But I was in the office when somebody came in and got 3.
Hold on.
Okay.
You can get tickets to go up on the top of the
No,
Mohegan?
the residents only.
You have to go with the resident.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because one resident told me they were allowed 1, but then they saw somebody else got 3, and I'm like, that's not really fair, but I don't know.
When I was in there, the person walked in and she said, "How many do you want?" And he said, 3.
Okay.
Wow, that's.
I guess a
that's
lot of people, maybe a lot of people aren't going to go.
That's prime, that's a prime spot.
Oh, I would love to see it from Mohegan Apartments one time, that high and seeing it, but I mean, I've been right up on the,
I have
at the
too.
tracks and stuff, but,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, just to see the river anytime
We got another call.
there is.
Okay.
Anything else,
Okay.
Karen?
I am through.
Thanks a
Alrighty,
lot,
thank
take
you.
good care.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good evening, you're on lot, thank you for holding.
Yeah, Dennis, you're pretty much half right on the Charter Review Board. You did see a notice that said there was a meeting
All right, I
of
thought
the
so.
Charter Review Board, but it wasn't really a meeting of the Charter Review Board. Whoever produced the meeting notice used half of one meeting. The other half was of the noise ordinance.
But the charter
It
review,
was just what they call a Scribner error.
the real charter review meeting is next week, right?
Yeah,
Okay, 7?
yeah, 7:15.
Okay,
Well, it's kind of, one of the members has a problem getting there at 7, so we try to do it at 7:15. But we're a very open group.
did you get a secretary?
I don't know. That wasn't brought to council.
Oh, I don't take shorthand, so I'm sorry.
So, we need somebody, but council didn't want to address that problem.
Well, I guess you could bring a tape recorder, right?
Yeah, but you
Do
still
they
gotta
make those anymore?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They're having a little bit of a problem with the, if if you notice, I don't know if anybody noticed the agenda for the council have any backup this time around. There's nothing online.
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Usually when they come out with this past council meeting, when they come out with the agenda, you go online and they have a whole package that goes with it that explains everything. That was never out there. And did they post that in time? Because as of Saturday, it was not posted anywhere that there was a meeting.
Right.
Did they post, they have to post it within 24 hours. That's a, what, FOI law or something?
No, I'm not there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shoot.
All right.
But I know it went a little astray this time. I know that.
Are you sick?
No, I'm just calling.
He's sick of New London. That's what he's sick.
I thought take some cough medicine or something.
Okay.
You got anything else?
Oh yeah, I do have something else. Talk about revenues. Are there any mechanical ride devices at this Hellfest tomorrow?
Oh, I have no idea.
Any what?
Any little, mechanical
You tell
rides?
me.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of rides.
Well, there is.
Yeah, you know where they put them now?
Oh, on Waterfront Park.
They
area.
put
That
them
little-
they put them in the parking lot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, isn't that a
back.
great idea? We need parking for Sailfest, so I know, we'll put all the rides there. Great idea.
But I'm more interested in the amusement fees that are supposed to be paid to the city for every mechanical ride device.
You know, this
Hey,
I tell you, this just reaffirms all the time my saying, you just can't fix.
Clark, you were a city clerk for forever, and you were doing this other thing forever.
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer this question if you don't want, but does the city of New London make any money off this Sailfest?
No. Oh, God, no.
No, Clark, doesn't it cost us $20,000 in overtime for police?
Probably more than that. You got
So
police
we don't make no
fire.
money off this?
No, from what I read in the paper that it's $50,000 in overtime, but Sailfest raises $30,000 and we pay the extra, right?
Yeah, I don't know the exact amount, but when you look at all these people that come into town, I wish I just had a toll booth, with a tin bucket. Just throw $1 in there, and
Yeah.
we'd be fine. But the vendors make the money. The guy that's selling the bread doughs, how much it costs for a lump of bread dough to be fried and sprinkle some sugar on it? I mean, it would cost you about 3 cents.
No, well,
We don't get that money.
now you just made, I'm not going to get bread dough this weekend. So
It ain't gonna matter what you get.
I'm not getting anything. My wife and I go down there and we walk and we may have lunch and then go home. We don't buy anything anymore. And I'm going to.
Last year I was down and I like lemon ice. I want nothing better than some fresh lemon ice. You can get yourself a hunk of ice and a scraper and you can make lemon ice.
Oh,
It's great.
God, I can't stand that.
I saw a sign that real Italian lemon ice. Great. Oh, I paid the guy $2 or something. I got this little Dixie cup. It was just something you get at any store, any convenience store, and pay. You pay 29 cents for it, and that's what you're buying.
Clark, you're dating yourself. 29 cents? You and I are dating ourselves. No way it's 29 cents anymore. But no, I understand what you're saying. That's why I said go into the local shops, buy a can of I used to buy the big Arizona teas, 99 cents in the store. I guarantee if it was on the street, to $2 for water or $2 for a bottle of soda. That's ridiculous.
You're a pretty healthy guy. I would recommend do not drink things like Arizona tea. If you look at it, all high fructose corn syrup in there.
That's why I go to the gym 3 days a
God,
week.
Clark, are you trying to tell me you're one of these health nuts?
No, I'm not. I'd rather have something with pure sugar in there.
You gotta have some vices, Clark.
All right, Clark, you got anything
I
else?
like Tabasco sauce on everything. All right.
Take good care. Say hello to Barbara.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Couple of other things. Three New
We got
London
5
stores closed for labor violations. These are the stores, and you can put in, I
got
didn't even
something
think
to say
about this,
about
and I'm glad you brought this up. 3 local convenience stores were closed Thursday after they were found in violation of numerous Department of Labor regulations. The 3 stores are Ravi Mart at 268 Bank Street, Sam's Store at 1 Ocean Avenue, and Ravi Mart, God, I didn't know we had 2 Ravi Marts, at 290 Broad Street. Department of Labor ordered these establishments to close until further notice because they were not, they were paying cash, which is not illegal, but there were no payroll records. Can't you people just hire somebody legally and pay them legally? Come on, what's with you people?
Now, I think the real reason behind this is you got to look at the locations of these stores. One's downtown, across from the firehouse.
Yeah.
The other one's up on Broad Street, and then the other one's on the corner, isn't it on the corner of Ocean and Bank?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on that, yeah.
Now, these places are known for the homeless hanging out at,
Yeah.
a lot of drug deals and stuff going on right there, and we have SailFest. So what better thing to do? You want to get that element out of there, you close them down for SailFest. Now, you can't walk in and just close them. You got to have a reason. Voila. That's my thought. All right, we got 3 minutes. Okay, let me run through this real quick, and this probably will lead into another conversation down the line. But this was written online by, of all people, Father Russ. Now, usually me and Father Russ go back and forth, but this is, I believe wholeheartedly in this. And he goes, I understand the symbolism of that flag, meaning the flag.
Yeah.
However, why aren't we talking about 9 dead people killed over hate and racism in a church? We pray and that's it? We take a TV show off the air? What is that about? 9 dead people killed, gunned down by a racist idiot. Texas still remembers the Alamo, for God's sakes. 9 dead bodies killed by a person they invited in and shared their space with. So we are focused on a stupid flag and TV show. How about why are they killed in a church? Why are churches being burned across the South? This is a conversation we need to have. I agree.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree. There's a lot of
these people. These people
be.
showed this country such a huge thing by when they came out and they forgave this guy. They opened up their arms to people. I mean, these are beautiful people. There were beautiful people that were taken from us.
Right.
There were beautiful people that are still here. They're family members, and they showed us what America should be all about. And what do? Not maybe us, but what's the media do? And other people do? They try to get something out of it. Obama tried to get a gun law thing.
Oh, no, Obama went down there and eulogized and then went off, spewed on
the media. The media can't make a lasting show out of this, so they pick things around it.
But
this is so wrong.
And where was Obama for the San Francisco murder? Where was Sharpton? Where was Jackson?
But
where was all these other things?
Let's not forget. I want people, when they hear about the flag, or they hear about gun things, or they hear about the talk about what happened in South Carolina, remember these people and how their families reacted to all this. I can't say enough about that. It almost brings tears to my eyes when I think about this. This was a beautiful thing these people showed us, and we're just
we have less than a minute too. So, everybody, thanks for calling back. Just real quick, Hallmark is going to close a Connecticut plant in Enfield. 570 jobs are going to be gone. They can go to their Indiana plant, I think it is, or Kansas City. Wait a minute, somewhere else in maybe Indiana, wherever it is. We're going to be the main distribution. Is it going to keep going on? We're going to keep losing jobs in Connecticut because taxes are too high?
Here's another one. It is in Connecticut, but Tyson's Foods. They're going to cut 75,000 jobs, and they're sending their chicken to China from the United States to be processed in China, then sent back to America to be sold.
Boycott these companies, people.
That's
Thank you for joining LOT.
All they understand.
Go to SailFest. Have a good time.
LOT will see you next Friday.